Most of us remember what the NHS was like under the Tories. They sold off hospital after hospital, closed wards and privatised many of our services. In my own area, they closed 3 cottage hospitals and sold them off. We had wards closed every winter, even though people were sick and desperately needed care. We had jobs privatised, and as a result of that, wages were cut and conditions were reduced, and people lost their pensions even. When Labour was elected in '97, I was so proud that we gave a commitment to the NHS that we would fund the NHS and that we'd improve its services. I'm so pleased we've tripled the NHS budget. That's how much we've invested on such a large scale. But what worries me is large amounts of that money have been laundered through the NHS and into private companies to make profits. That's what privatisation is all about. And there's example after example. We've had many new hospitals built on what under schemes they describe as PFI, private finance initiatives. This means that private companies build the hospitals and we lease them back. But what's happening is the public sector is being ripped off. We're paying large amounts of money, and even in some instances, these schemes are being refinanced and we pay even more. We're also finding that services that we delivered directly with NHS are now being privatised to private companies. NHS Logistics, which delivers goods and services around the country to our hospitals and our doctors, has been privatised by this government this year, even though they were awarded for their fantastic and efficient services that they provided. This means that those workers will be transferred to a private company, and eventually, you know what will happen. Their jobs will be cut, their wages will be cut, and their conditions eroded. I'm opposed to privatisation, and I'm calling upon the government to end it. I'm standing for leader of the Labour Party to end all privatisation of our NHS. Let's get back to investing in health and not investing in private profits.